Hey, what's up guys? Sebastian Castro here with Castro Drums. Just wanted to briefly talk to you guys about how I do the recording process. Right now, as you can tell, a lot of my drums are put away, and that's because I've been gigging every weekend and I'm currently working on a new production house, trying to get stuff situated to start doing my videos again. But as of now, just wanted to share a brief quick tip on how I do my Drum Cover Tuesday recordings. A lot of my latest sessions have been live sessions, and I actually enjoy that because a lot of the stuff that I'm coming up with is actually live. It's not rehearsed, and to be honest, a lot of the drum covers that I do as well are not rehearsed. I play the track, I listen to it, and kind of get an idea where the breaks, the intros, the outros are, and just put my feel into it. So what I'm using is, of course, I have a MacBook Pro. You can use a PC, you can use a laptop, whatever you have in your hands, in your possession, you can use that. So with the MacBook Pro, I am using the Studio One 3 as my recording software. And the way I have that set up is, for my first track, I always import the audio file that I'm going to be recording. And from there, I have a template that already sets my kick, my snare, first, second, third tom, my overheads, my hi-hats. I mean, it's already pre-set so that I won't have to go in there and manually set it up every single time. I have a template that I can just run to record my drums. Once I have my template, once I have my music already ready to go, I use the Tascam US 1800 interface. And with that, it gives you 8 channels of XLR. It actually gives you an additional 4 channels on the quarter-inch cables, but we don't need the quarter-inch. I use all the XLR cables. For my audio, I'm actually taking out from my headphone jack, and I use a headphone extension cable, an extender, which is a quarter male to quarter female, and I'm using an adapter for my headphones. For my XLRs, I went and purchased this a while back. It's an 8-channel male to female 10-foot XLR cable. And the only reason I went 10 foot instead of longer is because usually the drums are located close enough to do sessions. Now, for my live events, what I'm usually doing is capturing from an overhead mic and a kick drum, or I'll use my Zoom H4n Pro just to also capture the audio as well. But when I'm doing in-house productions, this is the setup that I use. And I have an 8-on-8 XLR, my Tascam US 1800, and I record straight to Studio One. Now, if you don't have a Mac, you have a PC. If you don't have Studio One, but you might have Cubase, you might have Nuendo, you might have Pro Tools, whatever software you may have that will be able to be used with your interface, then go with that. I'm not asking you to go out and buy Studio One. I'm not asking you to go out and buy Cubase, Nuendo, Pro Tools. For me, Pro Tools was never something I really enjoyed using. Before I went into Studio One, I actually started using Cubase. And then from Cubase, I grew into Nuendo, and from Nuendo, got into Studio One. So it's all based on your personal preference. If you're used to using Pro Tools, go ahead and use Pro Tools. Cubase, go ahead and use Cubase. Now let's say, okay, well, I don't have that kind of money to go and buy myself a Tascam US 1800. This is an older model, so I know they don't carry a lot of these anymore. But let's say, okay, well, I don't have the money to go get it. What can I use? Well, you can use a 2-channel XLR interface. Get yourself 2 XLR cables, and all you got to do is run one overhead and one to the kick. That way you're able to still capture a full sound on your drums as well as your kick. You can do track separated, one for your kick, one for your overhead, and just mix that just right to be able to get that sound. You'll still be able to add your audio instrumental or your audio track. Other than that, that's today's quick tip. Wanted to keep it kind of short because, well, as you can tell, a lot of my gear isn't set up, and of course there's some other projects that I'm currently working on. So I definitely want to encourage you guys, If you want to start making videos at home, if you want to be tracking and just listening to yourself and trying to figure out, you know, maybe am I doing this fill properly or that fill properly, I would suggest recording yourself, videotaping yourself. You know, I used 3 different cameras when I was doing the shoot, but we'll talk about that later. For now, this is the best way to go. If you have the budget, go with something that has an 8-channel XLR. Buy yourself an 8-channel XLR snake. Get yourself your mics that you need. If not, then go with 2 channels. Get yourself an overhead and a kick mic, and you're good to go. Doesn't need to be very expensive, just enough for you to work with. Other than that, thank you guys for staying connected. If you like these videos, subscribe, hit that like button. And of course, I really appreciate many of you guys that have been subscribing to these videos. Many more videos are to come. Right now, again, I'm working on a production setup, so that's why my drums are put away. But I'll see you guys next time on Quick Tips. God bless.